warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How are you everyone?
We're good. I'm good.
Good.
Okay, so in this occasion, we would like to present our discussion about principles of inclusive education. But before that, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Ananda, my student number 38. Lanjut.
My name is Muzana. My name is Muzana Aziza. My study number is 32.
My name is Fazanila Milha. My student number is 33.
My name is Putri Novena Lestari. My student number is 34.
And my name is Alifa Nur Aziza, and my student number is 36.
Okay, so the first principles about the first principles of inclusive education will be delivered by myself. The principle of non-discrimination in the implementation of inclusive education means that all students, regardless of their individual differences, must be treated fairly and given equal access to quality education. This principle emphasizes that no student should be excluded, marginalized, or receive unequal treatment because of their physical, intellectual, emotional, social, culture, religious, or economic background. It ensures that every learner is respected and valued as part of the school community. Teachers and schools must create an environment where diversity is accepted and supported, allowing all students to learn and participate fully according to their abilities and needs. For example, students with disabilities, such as hearing or visual impairments, are placed in regular classroom with the necessary learning support. For example, they can use sign language interpreters or braille materials. Students from different religions or ethnic groups are treated equally in class activities and are not separated or discriminated against based on their background. Or the other example is economically disadvantaged students are given equal opportunities to participate in school programs and are not excluded because they cannot afford certain materials or uniforms. So that's it for the first principle of inclusive education. So the second one will be delivered by Muza. Time is yours.
Okay. And the second, Francis in inclusive education and equality offerings in inclusive education. Francis means providing support according to each student's need, not treating all students exactly the same. For example, a black student receives textbook in Braille, while other students use regularly printed books. This is fair because each student is given learning tools that suit their individual needs. And then equality offerings in inclusive education. Equality offerings means the all children, including those with the special needs, have the same right to access quality education. For example, a child with a disability has the right to study in regular school together with non-disabled peers and to be spared of project because of their condition. And then a principle in inclusive education by Alifah.
Okay. Accessibility and adaptability. An effective learning environment should be easy to access and adaptable to student needs. Accessibility refers to the ease with which all learners can reach learning facilities and materials. For example, when teachers provide picture books, visual aids, and lesson delivered through a sound system to make the content easier to understand. Adaptability refers to the ability of the learning environment to adjust to changes and students' individual needs. For instance, when a student cannot fully participate in learning activities due to certain limitations, the teacher modifies and teaching methods and activities so that every student can participate optimally. In this way, the learning process becomes inclusive, flexible, and enjoyable for all learners. Okay, the next one, Mbak Faza.
Okay, wait. Okay, thank you for the times. I will explain about the principle of inclusive education. That is 2 points. The 2 point. The first one is participation. The participation have 3 points again. The first one is equality of access. All students, including those with special needs, must have equal access to education. The example is sekolah itu menyediakan fasilitas ramah disabilitas seperti rem dan alat bantu. And then the second one is active involvement. All participants, the teacher, parents, community, play a role in the educational process. The examples participate in school meetings to discuss the child's progress. And then the last one is student voice, providing opportunities for students to express their opinions and needs. The examples is holding student forums to listen to their ideas and feedback on learning. And then the second point is collaboration. The first one is synergy among parties. Cooperation between teachers, parents, government, and the communities strengthens inclusive education programs. The examples as schools collaborate with community or organization to provide training for teachers on inclusive education. And then joint research developing materials and necessary collaboratively. And the examples, teachers and parents work together to create learning modules that meet students' needs. And then the last point, effective communication, ensuring information and about students' needs and learning ensuring information about students' needs and learning strategies can be shared effectively. The examples using communication apps to facilitate interaction between teachers and parents. And then and the next principle of student independence, focusing on potential delivered by Putri.
Okay, the next is the principle student independence, focusing on potential, not limitations. This means that every student has special ability that should be developed. School and the teacher should find out students' range, including those with special needs, and use them in learning. The second one is give chance for students to be independent, like letting them choose tasks that match their skill. The third is give help and tools so every student can reach the learning goals. And focusing on what student can do, not what they can. And find creative ways to help them succeed. For example, a student who cannot hear well use picture and drawing to show their understanding. This helps them learn on their own and reach their best potential. Maybe enough from me.
Ya udah semua ya. Nggak Q&A kan? Q&A kan?
Siapa yang mau nanya?
Oke. Iya juga. Oke, so jangan ketawa please. Okay, so that's it for our presentation today. Thank you so much, friends, for telling your thoughts about this material. I hope this video can be useful for anyone else. So that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. If there's any mistaken, we do apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.